अबे देखना कहाँ है? Shit. Sexy लग रहा हूँ ना? Where am I supposed to look? Oh. Hey guys. Hey guys. No. Hey guys. Nah. Hi guys. Yeah, that's like more my thing. Hey guys. And finally, I think that was good. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the first Q&A on my Instagram / YouTube / social media. I don't know. This is the first time I'm making a Q&A video or recording like this with the whole setup with the mic and all and everything. Anyhow, and as you can see, I got a new chair and my whole studio setup is shit. Sorry. As you can see, I got a whole new chair and my posters from before and my fairy lights and some extra lights and I don't know what not. I've done some additions to my room and let's see how that works out in the future. Shouldn't have done that accent though. So without further ado, let's jump into the questions that you guys sent me. First question is, what gear do you use? Now gear is a very vast topic. I'll tell you what I use for performing and for production or recordings. Now for performing, I use an acoustic guitar that's an LX1E Martin. Ed Sheeran का गिटार है.
वाह, कोई show off नहीं कर रहा मैं.
Apart from the guitar, I use a loop station that's Boss RC30, and I've got 2 guitar leads. कुत्तों को भी अभी भौंकना होता है यार, क्या बदतमीजी है ये. I'm not planning to invest in mixers and speakers as of now, although for my online concerts I have been using my studio monitors, which brings me to my studio gear. For my studio I use a Dell G3 gaming laptop, and yes, I game on it as well. Along with that, I use a Focusrite bundle microphone, a pop filter. These headphones I got separately. This is Sennheiser 440 Bluetooth. And there's an airplane going by, so hello darkness, my old friend. Apart from these headphones, I also have the headphones that I got with the Scarlett bundle. That gives me a flatline response and that makes it easier for listening to neutral audio, if that is a term. For my studio monitors, I use PreSonus 3.5 Iris, I don't know, but they're pretty damn good. And I'm using an audio interface by Focusrite. If you want a studio tour, I will do that, although I will separately show off my studio in this video itself, which should be playing along with the slides. Bloody airplane, man! Completely forgot to mention I also have a MIDI keyboard by Novation. It's the Launchkey Mini. This big, and my main keyboard is the LSS V61. It's a pretty big 61 full-size key MIDI controller and I love it. I just didn't feel like selling it, so that's that. And that is the gear that I use for production, mixing, mastering, recording and performing. Moving on to the next question, how to get gigs. Just kidding. Gigs in the current scenario, I wouldn't really recommend going. Stay at home, don't play gigs. But if you're doing online sessions, there are companies like MyScoot or Yes Fam. I've played gigs with them. Or you can even search Escape Gurgaon. These guys were also hosting some online gigs. Most of them will not pay you, depending on what level you're at and how active you've been or whatever experience has been. But you can approach them and you can host some online concerts for yourself on Instagram or Google Meet or some whatever floats your boat. Other than that, if we were to talk about the normal circumstances, getting gigs is not really that hard. It's just about having some connections. Again, depends on how long you've been playing or how long you've been in the market, how many people you know. But a really good way is to go to the venues, attend live shows of people who are performing, talk to them, befriend them, and befriend them as in make a genuine connection, not just because you need to score a gig or you want a favor out of them. Support your local artists, go listen to their music, attend their shows, meet people, interact over there. That's the best way that you can score gigs and meet new musicians. Don't attend shows for the sake of just getting favors, and genuine connections will take you far, trust me, really far. And that is how to get gigs. Next question is the hardest part of being a full-time musician. Now, personally for me, the hardest part about being a full-time musician is burnouts. You will go through an extended period of time where you won't be able to write anything, nothing will come to your mind, you won't be able to compose, it's all blank, and you will reconsider why you even took this as a career. And the best way to tackle that is to keep at it, keep writing, keep producing, keep composing, I don't know, whatever you're into. And that's the only way that I personally can tackle, even though like you won't be able to write anything at all, and whatever you write is going to be shit. You won't like it, you won't like listening to your voice, you won't like the way you play. All the years of practice and hard work will feel very meaningless, and that's the lowest that any artist can feel. Trust me, I know. Paisa, shohrat, fame, this is all very secondary. The statistics don't matter. You chose this because this was making you happy. If you're happy doing something that you chose and you're able to make it your career, there's nothing better than that. Stick to it. It will give you fruit. Fal ki chinta mat karo, karm karo. Keep at it. An advice that I would also like to add is try to do multiple things. Like, don't just stick to writing songs or performing or covering songs. Listen to new music, discover new artists, get into a little bit of music production, try recording by yourself, collaborate with other people. That really helps. It opens up your brain like shouldn't have done that. That is the hardest part about being a musician, personally. Next question is where to learn extended chord theory. I teach. Not at all subtle marketing. And I'm assuming whoever asked this question has some basic knowledge about music theory, seventh chords, chord construction, melody construction. You are familiar with your scales and everything. And with that knowledge in mind, there are a lot of YouTube tutorials that can help you out. Other than that, there's a website called musictheory.net. This was recommended to us in music college, and you can check that out as well. Hope that helps. Next question. How do you write songs and what should you write about? You, my friend, should have attended my songwriting masterclass. So writing a song is a very personal thing for everybody, but I think there are certain rules that are usually followed, like sticking to a structure or trying to avoid rhyming or alliteration or I don't know, trying to avoid writing very cliche songs. But the best part about all that is once you know the rules, you're supposed to break them. You're supposed to write whatever comes to your mind, because the whole point of songwriting is expression. If you're able to express yourself, it doesn't matter how you've done it. It doesn't matter if your song is rhyming or not. It doesn't matter if it sounds juvenile. If you're able to express, you are able to connect to it. That's what matters. Don't worry about the world, about your audience. If you are true to your art will bear fruit. What to write about? You can write about anything. Really, anything at all. Personally, I feel like it's easier to write love songs because all of us have fallen in love. It's even easier to write about heartbreak because, let's be honest, all of us have been through some sort of heartbreak. Peace. And personally speaking, I like to avoid writing about all that now. What I write about is what I'm going through, my mental health, about people around me, about the things I'm grateful for, or the things that I could have, about my desires, or my view on the world. But again, you don't have to stick to any of this. Break through the stigma. There's nothing holding you. Be you, be original. Write about whatever makes you happy or whatever helps you vent out those emotions. That's the whole point of writing. Be as vivid as you want. As vivid. Nobody's gonna judge you. If you are happy with your music, everybody's gonna be happy with your music. Simple. Next question. Is music a stable career option? Yes and no. Yes, for those people who know what they're doing, who are not jumping in blindly, who are not doing it just for the sake of getting away from studies. No, don't do that. Or for becoming cool. Really don't do that. You are gonna be cool if you're honest. Be honest about it. Listen to your heart. If you feel like you're really good at it, if that's your passion, go for it. Nothing's gonna stop you. But just remember that this is your choice. Whatever happens later on, you have to accept the responsibility for that. With that said, it's an amazing career option. You get to do what you love, and there's nothing better than earning a living out of what you love doing. Believe me, been doing this since the last 7 years. It's amazing. Very ASMR. Another thing that I would like to add in that is look into music business, see how things are going. Like, again, go to the venues, talk to people, meet new musicians, discover new music, talk to them. That is how you will learn, and you will understand what you want to do, what level you're at, what work you need to do, how much work is required. Do that and explore different venues. If you're into making beats or production or mixing and mastering, do that. If you're a performer, if you sing well, if you're a great guitarist, focus on that. But don't be rigid with your options. If you get an opportunity to do anything, take that opportunity. Just make sure you're not being reckless about it. Suppose like somebody is trying to exploit you, and just for the sake of opportunity you let them do that. Don't. If you want to know more about how gig organizers and artist managers and everybody, how they just scam you, feel free to drop a text or comment below. I'm happy to help local artists, budding artists. I'm here for you. Or talk to any of your musician friends who've been doing this for a long time. I'm pretty sure they would know. That brings me to the last question. What should we aim for? Very good question. I think you should aim for sustainability. Aim for honesty. Like, be honest with your art. Don't do it for the purpose of being cool. Don't do it because you had to prove a point to somebody else. Like, prove a point just to yourself, challenge yourself, and don't expect anything. Like, don't run after the numbers or the statistics or the number of subscribers or the number of streams. It's okay to send people your links. That's the best way to get heard if you're starting out. I know it could be annoying for people, but I'm sorry, we have to do this. The market is not really kind to us. When people send me their stuff and they ask me to, check it out, so I do share and comment and like and everything. And if I don't like it, I don't bluntly go and say it on their face that, okay, my god, your content is shit. That's a really bad thing to do. And with that, we come to the end of our first question answer. And if this was helpful, please drop your comment and like the video and share it with whoever needs it. And if you have more questions about anything that I talked about or anything else, feel free to drop a comment below. DM me, reach out to me. I will post a question answer poll again. You can ask your questions there as well. And if you have anything specific you want to talk about, I'm always there on Instagram or WhatsApp. If you have my number, just drop me a text or an email. If you have my email ID, I respond everywhere. And see ya.